And Jeannie, that top story, an officer being unconscious in Atlantic Beach. This all happened around 5 this morning outside of the Panera Bread in Atlantic Beach. Employees called police after saying the suspect was causing some kind of disturbance in the parking lot. Police say when the first officer arrived, the man attacked the officer, causing injuries to his head. The backup officer arrived and shot the suspect, who was taken to a local hospital. On Your Side's Troy Kless joins us live tonight with the rest of the details. Troy.
Thank you, Anthony. Early this morning, most of the evidence markers for the investigation were right around where that planter is by that tree. If you see off in the distance, the scene has since cleared, but we do want to talk a little bit about the officer that was hurt. The Atlantic Beach interim police chief says that officer has a lot of experience. He was with JSO for 27 years before retiring from there and working with Atlantic Beach Police for 18 months. That officer, who hasn't been identified, is expected to be okay, but may have a long road to recovery.
So this is a terrible thing to have happen in Atlantic Beach.
Atlantic Beach Interim Police Chief Vic Galillo describing the violent confrontation. Police say that Panera employees called for help. As soon as the first officer arrived, a man who may be in his early 20s attacked the officer once he arrived.
Witnesses in the area confirm that the officer was laying on the ground and the suspect was actively punching him in the head while he laid in the ground.
That officer was knocked unconscious. Police say the suspect stomped on the officer's head. When a backup officer arrived, the suspect said something like, "You're going to have to kill me." The backup officer asked the man to stop, but the suspect reached for his gun. The officer shot the man once, and still he didn't cooperate before he was taken to a nearby hospital. Both the man and officer have non-life-threatening injuries. Debbie Kane, an employee at Vintage Barbershop, arrived to work seeing dozens of police vehicles in the parking lot.
I was shocked. I really was. I just thought this was a super safe neighborhood, and I just couldn't imagine what that it was something like that. I didn't know.
It's the first officer-involved shooting in 20 years in Atlantic Beach. According to the interim police chief, he is also relieved that the officer will be okay.
That officer is doing okay. He was able to talk to me. We anticipate he should recover, but it may be a while before he can come back to work.
Police say witnesses have been helpful, but they are asking that anyone with cell phone or surveillance video of the shooting to send it to either the Atlantic Beach Police Department or JSO, who will be helping in the investigation of what happened here early this morning. We're live in Atlantic Beach. Troy Kless, First Coast News, on your side.